down the avocado toast and listen up, America. You're listening to Diane Albright, and let me tell you, I've had my caffeine, I've seen the headlines, and I am ready to give the elites a reality check they won't forget.
And I'm Walter Blackwood. I'm looking at the foundations of our civilization today, and it's bloody complicated, but we have to find the truth in the rubble.
I'm Ashley Thorne. If you're looking for a safe space, you're in the wrong studio. We're here for the truth, and the truth doesn't care about your feelings.
You're listening to Will Sterling. What is going on out there? I mean, really? The world is upside down, and we're the only ones asking the right questions.
We've got a solid show for you today, Patriots. Honestly, after yesterday, talking about those D.C. cops cooking the books on crime stats and that Seattle mayor basically telling seniors to just enjoy the blunt force trauma, I didn't think it could get crazier.
Oh, it always gets crazier, Diane. Remember the Fight Club at the Delta Institute we covered yesterday?
Literally. 30 days in jail for a kid fight club? I mean, are you kidding me?
Well, buckle up, because today we're talking about the Supreme Court holding the line, the Strait of Hormuz becoming a private Iranian swimming pool, and the FBI finally knocking on the doors of the people who think they're untouchable. Let's get into it.
You know, roughly speaking, today is a monumental day for the architecture of our legal system. Justice Clarence Thomas, a man who has faced more resentment and postmodern vitriol than perhaps anyone in public life, has just become the second longest-serving justice in American history. 34 years on the bench. It's no joke, man.
Oh, please! You can hear the screaming from the faculty lounges at Harvard from here. They can't stand it. He's the ultimate ingrate to them because he actually, believes in the Constitution.
Exactly. He doesn't follow their script. And it's not just Thomas. Gorsuch was at the Reagan Library yesterday basically telling the administration to pound sand.
Wait, what did Gorsuch say? Because I saw the headlines where the president was calling him disloyal for striking down those global tariffs. I mean, think about it. Is he supposed to be a judge or a team player?
Well, that's the thing, Will. Gorsuch's response was beautiful, really. He said we need independent judges who are fearless and able to apply the law without respect to persons. He's talking about the sovereignty of the individual against the tyrannical father of the state.
Let's be real. The left is terrified because the court is sitting on major Second Amendment cases right now. The Washington Examiner is reporting that the court is basically a powder keg ready to go off on these state-level hardware bans.
Give me a break! The DOJ is finally fighting some of these bans, but we need SCOTUS to step in and remind these blue state governors that the Bill of Rights isn't a suggestion box at a PTA meeting.
It's bloody complicated because the administrative state has spent decades trying to bypass the legislature. When Thomas warns at UT Austin, as he did recently, that progressivism threatens the American founding, he's not just talking politics. He's talking about the erasure of the logos.
But why are they so obsessed with the court? I mean, literally every time a ruling goes against them, they want to pack the benches or investigate the justices' fishing trips. It's insane.
It's because the court is the only thing standing between them and total cultural hegemony. If they can't control the 9 people in robes, they can't force their equity mandates on the rest of us.
Oh, equity. My favorite word. It's the participation trophy of legal theory.
Speaking of forcing things on people, what is going on in the Middle East? I mean, really? Iran has started its own Strait Authority for the Strait of Hormuz? Are they charging a cover charge for the ocean now?
It's worse than that, Will. According to Lloyd's List, they've established this Persian Gulf Strait Authority, and they're demanding records of ownership and crew before anyone can pass. They've basically turned an international waterway into a gated community.
Oh, how lovely. I'm sure they'll be very fair and balanced. Do you have your permit for that oil tanker, honey? Give me a break.
This is the manifestation of the chaos dragon. When you have a vacuum of leadership, the most predatory actors fill the space. They're collecting tolls to fund what they call epic fury. It's a complete inversion of order.
And the markets? Oil is hovering near $100 a barrel. I mean, think about it. Every time we get close to a deal in Pakistan, the Iranians just tighten the noose.
Let's be real. The one-page memo deal being negotiated in Islamabad is a joke. Our sister show over at the High Road, the logistics guys, they're probably losing their minds over this. If the Strait stays closed, the global supply chain doesn't just slow down, it breaks.
And China is just sitting there laughing. They are launching legal battles against our sanctions while helping Iran build this new shipping authority. They want to destroy American economic power completely. It is a coordinated strike against the dollar.
Why are we negotiating with people who want to charge us $2 million just to drive a ship through a strait? Why are they doing this?
Because they know we've lost the stomach for the archetypal role of the protector. Roughly speaking, if you don't defend the boundaries cease to exist. It's no joke, man. The global economy is built on the assumption that the West will keep the lanes open.
And right now, the only ones moving are the UAE tankers with their transponders turned off. They're playing stealth mode with 40,000-ton ships. Well, isn't that just a reality check for the peace in our time crowd?
Speaking of boundaries, someone finally decided to cross the boundary into State Senator Louise Lucas's office in Virginia. The FBI raided her yesterday.
Oh, I love this story. She's the president pro tempore, the high and mighty Democrat power broker, and the feds are looking at her cannabis business?
Exactly. The raid hit her legislative office and her dispensary. Allegations of bribery for licensing.
But wait, she's saying it's politically motivated because of redistricting? I mean, really? Is that the default defense now? I didn't take a bribe, you just don't like my gerrymandering?
Oh, it's just a witch hunt against a strong woman of color. Honey, no. If the FBI shows up with a warrant for your weed shop, it's because someone's got receipts.
Well, that's the thing. When the hierarchy becomes corrupt, it doesn't matter what your identity is. The SPLC, the Southern Poverty Law Center, is facing federal indictments too. For what? Conspiracy and ties to the DOJ?
The watchdogs were in bed with the government to target political opponents? It's the victimhood industrial complex turning into a state-sponsored hit squad.
It's about time! These people have been labeling PTA moms as extremists while they were allegedly laundering money through shell companies. The DOJ, according to the reports, is actually looking at these ties now.
Wait, so the SPLC was actually coordinating with the feds to label people? I mean, think about it. That's literally the plot of a dystopian novel.
It's devastating. Truly. When the people tasked with watching for hate are actually the ones instigating the division, it's a betrayal of the civic soul. It's the devouring mother archetype, pretending to protect you while she smothers your freedom.
Life is hard. Get a helmet. And maybe don't use a civil rights nonprofit as a slush fund for political warfare.
Before we move on, I have a reality check from our founder. Real independence isn't free. This entire network, from this show to our flagship, the Neural Daily, exists because one man, Eric Christensen, decided to build it himself. He didn't ask for a government grant. He invested his own capital and technical expertise to architect a media platform that respects your intelligence. If you value that kind of meritocratic building, back it up. And don't limit yourself to just the politics. Get the full strategic picture by subscribing to the Neural Daily and the rest of the network. Support the builder, and you support the mission.
Okay, but we have to talk about Texas. I mean, literally a Muslim-only water park event? What is going on here?
In Grand Prairie, they tried to have a taxpayer-funded event where only one religion was allowed in.
Can you imagine if it was a Baptist-only day at the pool? The ACLU would have deployed paratroopers within 20 minutes.
This is why the ADL's new audit is so fascinating. Roughly speaking, harassment is down by a third, but physical assaults, actual violence, are at record highs.
Wait, so there's less noise, but more blood?
Exactly. Jewish individuals were murdered on American soil last year for the first time in years, outside the Capitol Jewish Museum. It's a descent into tribal barbarism.
And while that's happening, you have local governments in Texas trying to facilitate identity-based exclusions. Thankfully, the state stepped in and shut it down. Common sense says you don't use tax dollars to build a wall around a lazy river based on a prayer rug.
Sorry, honey, your theology doesn't match the lifeguard's schedule today. Are you kidding me?
But it's a trend. The ADL says it's not blips on a screen anymore. It's a trend of Jew hatred that's becoming institutionalized.
When you remove the individual from the hierarchy of value and replace them with group identity, this is what you get. You get X-only spaces and X-targeted violence. It's the death of the sovereign soul.
Well, I'm just glad Texas still has a spine. If you want a private event, buy your own pool. Don't use mine.
Okay, we have to talk about this ghost ship hantavirus story. The MV Hondius is floating off Cape Verde because nobody will let it dock?
I mean, literally, it's like a movie. A Dutch cruise ship with a respiratory virus that spreads person to person?
The Andes strain. It's very rare. But the Spanish government's lack of transparency, as the Canary Islands president pointed out, is what's truly frightening.
Oh, here we go again. Nothing to see here, folks. Just a ship full of people with a deadly virus. But don't worry, the WHO says the risk is low. Does that sound familiar to anyone?
We've seen this script before. The international health regulations are breaking down because nobody trusts the central authorities anymore.
And meanwhile, the American medical establishment is being called out for creating a mental health crisis just to overprescribe. I mean, think about it. HHS is launching an action plan to stop psychiatric overprescribing?
Finally! They've been drugging our children like they're Labradors at a fireworks show.
The Federalist is reporting that we didn't discover a crisis, we manufactured one by pathologizing normal human struggle. If a young man is sad, we give him a pill instead of a purpose. It's a tragedy.
Well, at least the pharma bills might get cheaper. The most favored nation shift for drug pricing, that's actually a win for the little guy.
If the big pharma lobbyists don't drown it in the bathtub first, honey, they've got more lawyers than the cruise ship has rats.
And this is why nobody trusts them. Gallup just dropped the data. 28%, only 28% of Americans trust the mass media.
I'm surprised it's that high. Who are these 28%? Are they all living in a basement in Bethesda?
Mostly Democrats, Diane. 51% of Democrats trust the media, while only 8% of Republicans do. It's not a gap. It's a canyon.
It's a generational cliff, too. Only 23% of young people trust traditional outlets. They're moving to independent creators because they can sense the ivory tower analysis is fake.
Did you see Obama on Morning Joe? He said the media is doing a very good job of presenting facts and that he hasn't watched the news in 15 years to stay calm?
Oh, how nice for him. Must be lovely to live in a mansion and ignore the noise while the rest of us are trying to figure out if we can afford eggs.
It's the ultimate out-of-touch moment. The facts are great. I just don't look at them.
They hate you! I mean, think about it. They tell you the media is perfect, but they don't even watch it themselves because it's too stressful? What is going on here?
It's a refusal to engage with the reality of the working class. If the media was doing its job, people wouldn't be voting with their feet to move to the Sun Belt.
Which they are. South Carolina is the fastest growing state by percentage. And Florida gained $21 billion in wealth in 1 year.
While California lost $12 billion. People aren't just moving for the sunshine. They're moving for their financial lives. They're fleeing the high-tax, high-reg models like they're escaping a sinking ship.
But they still have Freedom 250 coming up. Monica Crowley and Melania Trump are trying to restore patriotism?
And I am here for it. We need a national jubilee of prayer. Today is the National Day of Prayer, and honestly, we need it.
We do. To rededicate the nation to something higher than partisan bickering. It's the only way to heal the divide.
But wait, we have to talk about the crazy world moment of the day. A convicted child predator in California just disappeared?
Carl Caccone, convicted of 6 counts of lewd acts on a child, and the Judge McLaughlin, let him stay free on bail before sentencing? Are you kidding me?
He vanished. Surprise, surprise. Meanwhile, in Alabama and Florida, they're handing out 32-year sentences and life without parole for the same thing.
It's the two Americas. In Alabama, you get the hammer. In California, you get a head start to the border.
What is going on? Why would a judge let a convicted predator walk out the door? They hate you. They don't care about your children's safety.
It's the ultimate failure of the system to protect the vulnerable. While we vindicate exonerees in Ohio after 41 years, which is a good thing, we let the truly dangerous slip through the cracks of equity-focused justice.
Oh, let's be fair to the predator. Wouldn't want to hurt his feelings before he goes to jail. Give me a break. Honey, if you're convicted of hurting a child, you shouldn't see the outside of a cell ever again.
Life is hard. It's harder when the government refuses to do its one job, keeping the monsters behind bars.
It's a total collapse. D.C. police lying about crime, California judges letting predators run, and Iran charging us to use the ocean. What is going on here?
What's going on, Will, is a reality check. And that's our dose for today.
I mean, really, they're letting the predators go and charging the oil tankers. They hate you. Just remember that when you're filling up your tank today.
Keep your eyes open and your helmet on. The world isn't getting any softer.
Clean your room. Find some responsibility. And pray for this nation. It's bloody complicated, but it's worth saving.
And I'm going to go have a glass of Chardonnay and pray that California finds some common sense before the next predator walks. We'll see you tomorrow, Patriots.